Hey guys, it's just Denny here. I'm down here at Bare Bones Originals again. I'm going to be demonstrating a low tapered haircut for you today, featuring our brand new clay spray that's coming out very soon. We're going to be maintaining most of this length through the top here. Just tucking it in just a little bit, just so that we're not too mushroomy, but still maintaining a shape and creating that nice flow. All right, so I'm just going to pull this top out of the way. Now, when it comes to sort of sectioning out the top from the sides, this one was very easy. It just did what it wanted to do. But generally what I'll do is I might wet the hair down, loosely brush it back, see where it wants to sort of fall, and then part it from there. This one's pretty defined, so it was a lot less work to try and section out that top from the sides there. So what I'm going to do, what you can do is you can section both sides at the same time, but because we're just doing small little tapers, just debulking around over the ear a little bit and then through the back here, I'm just going to work from one side to the other side. All right, so I'm going to work with my one guard to start with. I'm just going to knock in that nice little guideline. Great. So I'm really just working in a nice compact area, okay? So I've just started with the one, down to my half, and then just flicking out that bottom with the 0. Nothing too crazy. Just using the corner, work my way up a little bit. Again, not looking to take too much out of it, just enough just to debulk it just a little bit. So I'm doing a bit more backhand clipper over comb because what I want to do is I want to follow the direction that the hair goes because I want to try and keep this really soft. If I go against it, I feel like I'll be taking too much out of it. I'll be biting into it too much and it'll create a bit more of a harsher edge. So I'm just coming in behind the ear now. A few different ways you can sort of skim this. You can either do this as a scissor cut. I personally think clipper over comb gives you a softer finish. It's a little bit more efficient, a little bit more creative control, I think. Scissors, I think, take a little bit too long and they leave bite marks. So it takes a little bit more work to try and soften that out. Whereas clipper over comb, just a really nice soft finish straight out of the gate. So I've taken out the bulk now that I wanted to take out through the sides here. I'm just cleaning the area. So I'm just going to lightly edge it now. Again, same process, even with the edging. I'm not trying to go against the direction, especially behind the ear. Just want to follow it because we are keeping a bit more volume through there. Just get these cups here while I'm at it. So that side's pretty much done now. So I'm just going to repeat the exact same process on this side now. Again, sectioning is very easy. The hair pretty much is telling me exactly what it wants to do, where it wants to sit. It's giving me very clear directions actually, which is great. I don't do a great amount of sectioning, just really basic stuff just to get things out of the way. Just going to do the exact same thing again. Just knock that little one in. Not going too high. Quickly do my half, a little 0. With this cut, we're just really trying to go for something really soft. All right, so again, same process now for the back. So again, you can do this in a few different steps if you feel like you can't dig out from a short guard. Again, I'm gonna just go in straight with a 1. You could start with a 4, fade yourself down. Again, just keeping it fairly low, working from that 1, half, 0. Again, we're just going to go in, we're just going to clipper over comb it. I like to start in the center. This is the reason why I like to do clipper over comb, because you can really just pull it right out what you're doing. You know, you can either go really, really tight, or you can just really pull it out. You can control that length. All right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to finish up my little edge just on the sides here. Again, not going to bite in too far with it. So I'm just going to spin him out just a little bit. Just going to kiss that hairline. All right, so little tapers are done, back of the neck's done. We're just going to do a little tidy up on top now. I'm just going to take the very ends off it. Again, we're quite happy with the overall length and how everything's sort of sitting, so we don't really need to go too gung-ho, taking too much out of this. Just coming through, just going to clean these ends up a little bit. At the end of the day, you can push texture in multiple different ways. I'm more of a blunt cutter. I'm just point cutting a little bit with my texturizers, or my thinning scissors, whatever you want to call them. I know that's very contentious too. But I'm only sort of touching into spots that look heavy, right? So through this spot here was already looking nice and sort of feathered out a little bit, so we don't necessarily need to punch in too far with that. All right, guys, so top's done, side's done, haircut's pretty much done now. We're on to the fun part of styling it. So I'm gonna go through, it's damp now. You can put the clay spray in when the hair is dry. I think it works better if you put it in while the hair is damp. That way you get more control to try and blow dry through, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a nice even dousing all the way through the hair. I'm gonna get my vent brush, and I'm just gonna go hard and we're gonna blow dry it. Cool. So I like to do a fairly decent spray. Just over the top, just lightly rake it through. The great thing about the clay spray is this is a more flexible product, right? So it's kind of got a bit more of a semi-set sort of feel to it. It has more movement through the hair. It doesn't have that sort of setting sort of feeling about it. So it's great for your clients that like to sort of move their hands through the hair, especially guys that might have like really dry hair as well. Like this is fantastic for those guys because it doesn't over dry the hair. It kind of keeps a little bit more movement, softness to it, and a little bit more flexibility. All right, let's start blow drying. So we're gonna get this to about 70 to 80% dry. We're not looking to try and do anything super duper structured or anything like that. We just want to get it mostly dry so that way we can then really focus on the actual styling. So again, all I'm really doing, I'm just really trying to pick it out, really trying to get that texture really activated. I've actually really enjoyed using the clay spray just on its own, not necessarily like finishing it off with any other product. But it does make a great pre-styler, especially for something maybe like the texture cream. The texture cream and the clay spray do go together quite well. So we've gone through now, we've blasted it all completely dry into the rough shape. So now we're just going to go through with just our little rake comb. Now I like using something that's got quite the wide teeth, just to really sort of accentuate that texture. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That's how I do my low tapers, featuring the brand new clay spray. Unreal product. This is what you expect to get out of it. You can use it in dry hair, blow dry it in wet hair. It's a real versatile product, and it's great with pretty much the whole entire Uppercut range. My favorite is to use it with the new texture cream, as they're both semi-set products. Have fun playing around with it.